You know that moment when you're scrolling through your phone at night and you stumble upon a piece of art that looks almost real? Maybe it's a painting of a landscape or a portrait of a person. But then you read the caption and it says something like generated by AI. And you wonder, can machines really create art? The intersection of art and artificial intelligence has sparked intense debate and curiosity. According to a study published in the journal Computers and Human Behavior, 2020, 73% of art professionals believe that AI-generated art is not true art. However, a survey conducted by the Art Market Monitor, 2022, found that 62% of art collectors consider AI-generated art to be a legitimate form of artistic expression. Today, we're going to explore this fascinating topic and uncover the surprising truth. In recent years, AI-generated art has gained significant attention. Platforms like Deep Dream Generator and Prisma have made it possible for anyone to create stunning pieces of art using algorithms and machine learning. But what exactly is AI-generated art? Simply put, it's art created using artificial intelligence, often with minimal human input. This raises questions about the role of human creativity and authorship in the artistic process. According to Dr. Amnon Shaswa, professor of computer science at the Hebrew University of Jerusalem, AI art is not just about generating images, but about understanding the essence of human creativity. The emergence of AI-generated art challenges traditional notions of creativity and authorship. If a machine can create art, does that diminish the value of human creativity? Or does it open up new possibilities for collaboration between humans and machines? Dr. Luciano Floridi, in his research paper, The Creativity of Machines, 2020, argues that machine creativity is not a trivialization of human creativity, but rather a new form of creativity that challenges our understanding of art and intelligence. This perspective encourages us to rethink our assumptions about the creative process and the role of machines in art. The market for AI-generated art is growing rapidly. According to a report by Grandview Research, 2022, the global AI and art market is expected to reach $1.4 billion by 2027, growing at a CAGR of 23.4%. This growth is driven in part by the increasing popularity of AI-generated art, with many galleries and museums now showcasing AI-generated works. For example, the Museum of Modern Art, MoMA, in New York has featured AI-generated art in several exhibitions. But what does this mean for the art world and for our understanding of creativity and authorship? So, can machines really create art? The answer is, it depends on how you define art. If we think of art as solely the product of human creativity and imagination, then perhaps AI-generated art falls short. But if we consider art to be a form of creative expression that can take many forms, then AI-generated art is undoubtedly a legitimate form of artistic expression. As Dr. Shaswa said, AI art is not just about generating images, but about understanding the essence of human creativity. This perspective encourages us to rethink our assumptions about the creative process and the role of machines in art. And that's where things get really interesting. Generative adversarial networks, GANs, have revolutionized the field of AI-generated art. By pitting two neural networks against each other, GANs can produce incredibly realistic and innovative art. But what exactly are GANs, and how do they work? To understand GANs, let's consider a simple example. Imagine you're a music producer and you want to create a new song. You hire a musician to play a melody, and then you provide feedback on their performance. The musician refines their playing, and you continue to provide feedback until you're satisfied with the result. In this scenario, you're like the discriminator, and the musician is like the generator. Through their interactions, the musician improves their performance, and your standards for what constitutes good music become more refined. GANs work in a similar way. The generator creates art, while the discriminator evaluates it. Through this process, the generator improves its creations, and the discriminator becomes more discerning. This cycle of feedback and refinement enables GANs to produce incredibly realistic and innovative art. But what does this mean for human artists? Does the emergence of AI-generated art threaten the livelihoods of creative professionals? Not necessarily. While AI art has the potential to disrupt traditional art forms, it also presents opportunities for collaboration and innovation. Many artists are now using AI as a tool to augment their creative process. For example, the artist Robbie Barrat used GANs to generate a series of portraits that were exhibited at a gallery in New York. Barrat's work showcases the potential for human-AI collaboration in art. As AI-generated art continues to evolve, it's essential to consider the implications of this technology on our understanding of creativity and authorship. If a machine can create a piece of art, who owns it? The machine? The programmer? the dataset provider? These questions highlight the need for new frameworks and regulations around AI-generated art. To better understand the implications of AI-generated art, let's consider a historical precedent. The emergence of photography in the 19th century raised similar questions about authorship and ownership. Photography was initially seen as a technical process rather than an art form. However, as photography evolved, it became clear that photographers were artists who used technical skills to create their work. Similarly, AI-generated art challenges our understanding of creativity and authorship. As machines become more capable of creating art, we must rethink our assumptions about what it means to be an artist. Perhaps the role of the artist is not just to create, but to curate and guide the creative process. In conclusion, the intersection of art and AI is complex and multifaceted. As we move forward, it's essential to consider the implications of AI-generated art on our understanding of creativity, authorship, and ownership. By embracing the possibilities of AI art, we can unlock new forms of creative expression and collaboration between humans and machines. As AI-generated art continues to evolve, we can expect to see new and innovative applications of this technology. From virtual reality experiences to AI-generated music, the possibilities are endless. However, it's essential to consider the implications of this technology on our understanding of creativity and artistic expression. One thing is certain, the intersection of art and AI is here to stay. As we move forward, it's essential to continue exploring the possibilities and limitations of AI-generated art. By doing so, we can unlock new forms of creative expression and collaboration between humans and machines. Imagine a future where AI-generated art is indistinguishable from human-created art. A future where machines can create art that is not only beautiful, but also meaningful and impactful. This future is not far off, and it's essential to consider the implications of this technology on our understanding of creativity and artistic expression. The future of AI-generated art is not just about creating new and innovative art forms. It's also about challenging our assumptions about what it means to be creative. As machines become more capable of creating art, we must rethink our understanding of creativity and authorship. In the end, the intersection of art and AI is not just about technology. It's about human creativity and expression. It's about pushing the boundaries of what is possible and exploring new forms of artistic expression. As we move forward, it's essential to continue exploring the possibilities and limitations of AI-generated art. As AI-generated art becomes more prevalent, it's essential to consider the ethics surrounding this technology. One of the main concerns is the ownership and authorship of AI-generated art. If a machine can create a piece of art, who owns it? The machine? The programmer? The dataset provider? Another concern is the potential for AI-generated art to be used for malicious purposes, such as creating fake or misleading artworks. This raises important questions about the role of AI in the art world and the need for new frameworks and regulations. The ethics of AI-generated art are complex and multifaceted. As we move forward, it's essential to consider the implications of this technology on our understanding of creativity, authorship, and ownership. By doing so, we can ensure that AI-generated art is used in a way that is responsible and beneficial to society. Let's take a closer look at the example of the AI-generated portrait Edmond de Bellamy. While the sale of this portrait was seen as a major milestone for AI-generated art, it also raised important questions about ownership and authorship. Who owns the portrait? The machine that generated it? The programmer who trained the algorithm? The ethics of AI-generated art are not just about ownership and authorship. They're also about the potential impact on human artists. As AI-generated art becomes more prevalent, it's essential to consider the potential consequences for human artists and the art world as a whole. In conclusion, the ethics of AI-generated art are complex and multifaceted. As we move forward, it's essential to consider the implications of this technology on our understanding of creativity, authorship, and ownership. By doing so, we can ensure that AI-generated art is used in a way that is responsible and beneficial to society. So, what can we take away from this exploration of AI-generated art? First, that the intersection of art and AI is complex and multifaceted. Second, that AI-generated art challenges traditional notions of creativity and authorship. And third, that the market for AI-generated art is growing rapidly. As we move forward, it's essential to consider the implications of AI-generated art on our understanding of creativity and artistic expression. And who knows, maybe one day, we'll see a machine create a masterpiece that surpasses human creativity. So, the next time you stumble upon a piece of AI-generated art, Take a moment to appreciate the creativity and innovation that went into creating it. Thanks for watching. If you have any thoughts on AI-generated art, leave them in the comments below. And if you want to explore more fascinating topics, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell.